months. Okay.
6 months, did she say? Yeah.
Hello to you all. Am I speaking loud enough? You're all familiar with the aggregates, or scandals. Nama, mentality, and rupa, materiality. Rupa is the body aggregate, the form. Nama are the various mental aggregates. Thought, feelings, perceptions, consciousness. They're all impermanent. They all arise out of conditions. They all pass away. Within our bodies, we watch these aggregates. Most of you have done this exercise with me before, but let's do it together. Hold your hand up like this and look at the fingers. And let's pretend the fingers are the aggregates. We can see the solidity of the form, of the thoughts, the feelings. It's all there. Wiggle them. Now, keeping them wiggling, look through. There's a vast space out there that you don't see when you're focused only on the aggregates. So we practice with kind attention to the aggregates. We have to take care of our bodies. We have to take care of our thoughts and emotions. But we don't self-identify with them. We know they have arisen out of conditions. They're impermanent. They will pass. We ask beyond these aggregates, what am I? And our meditation practice leads us into knowing that Buddha nature, the divine nature. We start to see something deeper. The deeper we go, the less we identify with the aggregates. I've been reflecting how a Dharma center is very much like this mind and body. Deep Spring Center has its rupa aggregates, its body, the building, the people, even the structure of classes and retreats. These are part of the form. We have the nama aggregate. What happens in the heart around Deep Spring Center? The feelings, the thoughts, the preferences, the opinions. It's all impermanent, not self. It arises from conditions, it passes away. What's left? What is Deep Spring Center really? Beyond this nama and rupa. To me, it's the heart. It's the deep wisdom teachings. If Deep Spring as a center were to completely collapse next week, what would remain? All the powerful friendships that we've made, the love in our hearts, the Dharma. When we look at the aggregates in the mind and body, we work to see how these have arisen from conditions, and if, for example, anger arises, we have to attend to the anger. But we also see this anger is a result of conditions. I don't look at the result beyond just attending it so it doesn't do harm in the world. I ask, what are the conditions out of which it has arisen? And I take care of the conditions. As we look at our center, we can look at what classes we would prefer to have, or what retreats, what our financial situation is, what our building will be. These are all results. If we want different results, for example, better finances, or a different, bigger building, or more classes, we need to attend to the conditions. We're all creating the conditions all the time. What conditions are we creating? And as we, words of wisdom. Not sure how far, but I was looking to see, I think we have a discussion after. As we discuss, let's ask ourselves, what present conditions are we creating? And are they leading us to the results we want? And if not just we want these results, but how do we attend to the conditions to better lead us to the results we want? So it's really a matter of Adam. That's what we're teaching, that's what we're doing, that's what we're living. We are let's call us living, an experiment in living the Dhamma. And the more we create the center that we visualize together, the more we're living the Dhamma in a clear way. And when we slip, well, not a big deal. We just need to go back and look at those conditions again and ask ourselves what needs to be attended to here. How can we make this more clearly reflect the vision? I had an interesting experience 10 days ago. I have a lovely Mac laptop computer. Was about 3 years old. It had all the material on it that had been moved over from my old Mac laptop. I was away on a trip. One minute I was using it and the next minute the screen went black and that was it. So I took it to the Apple store when I got home. They said it's dead. What a new computer. Unfortunately, the hard drive was gone. They were able to pull out a little material, but most of it was gone. So I looked at myself saying, but, I need this, I need that. How will I live without it? All these lists, I had 20 years of Buddhist files of talks, like from people like Ajahn Chah or Thich Nhat Hanh that I collected online. Places, material that I draw from as I teach. What will I do? And slowly as I watched the tension around it, and Aaron said to me, do you really think you need all that material? Don't you know it? Why do you think you need to have it there? And I realized he's right. I do know. There's really nothing I had on that computer that I can't retrieve. Well, I do have a good online backup file, and it will take, once I get the old Mac back, they're putting in a new hard drive and motherboard. Once I get it back, in about 10 days to 2 weeks, that material will slowly download from this online backup, offline backup, and back onto the old Mac. But I realized I don't really need it. This again relates to our center. What do you already know? What's in your hearts? What has your Dharma practice led you to? When you meet together to think of the visions of how to work with finances or social or retreats and classes, don't try to go into some formal list, but ask yourself, what's in my heart? What's already there? What do I know? And how do we build a center based on what our hearts already know? Because that's really all we need to know. I have one more minute, but I think I don't need it. Let's end it. Thank you.